Today and across the fence, farmers are zeroing in on a new kind of management precisely engineered to improve productivity and protect natural resources. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Keith Silva, in for Judy Simpson. Farming and technology go hand in hand. Satellites and digital devices are replacing pen and paper the same way tractors replace teams of horses. The term for this latest technological advance is precision agriculture. This new way of farming increases efficiency, improves management, and allows for greater accountability. If the state expects to hold farmers responsible for agricultural runoff, then lawmakers, researchers, and the farmers themselves need to have the knowledge and the tools to do their job. Farmers have always been early adopters of technology, and precision ag is no exception, as I found out at the first annual Precision Agriculture Forum in St. Albans.
For most of us, a snowy field makes the growing season feel far off. For farmers, it's a time of preparing and planning.
Trials with the UVM, the newer injector.
Part of today is very traditional extension venue where we show farmers that here's another farm that's doing this.
Wintertime is when many farmers have a minute to learn what's new, what's next, and what works. One topic that has many farmers' attention nowadays is precision agriculture.
Precision ag is just what it sounds like. It's being very precise about field management, feed management, using technology to be able to do that.
Heather Darby is a University of Vermont Extension agronomist. UVM Extension, along with the Farmers Watershed Alliance of Grand Isle and Franklin counties, are co-hosting this Precision Agriculture Forum.
Really, for the first time since we've started working in this area, it feels like we have enough interest from the farming community and industry too, service providers that are around working with farmers, equipment dealers, to actually start moving precision ag even further in the state of Vermont. It was really, precision ag isn't a practice that most farmers felt that they would be able to utilize because our fields are so small and we're so remote. The technology actually wasn't always really available for us, but now people realize, regardless of your farm size, you could be implementing precision technology, could be helping you save money. So the interest is there, hence we're having a conference and learning forum to help, elevate people's knowledge in this area and hopefully, see broader scale adoption in the future.
What tractors were to farmers in the early 1900s, precision agriculture is to today's farmer. A cell phone or other handheld device enabled with GPS technology can be used to auto-steer equipment, vary rates when spreading nutrients, or program to the gram an animal's rations. The data that's collected is used in a farm's management.
We had some good coverage.
Scott Magnan owns a crop services business. He's been offering precision agriculture services since 2011. He admits there's a learning curve to the technology.
You're going to have some basic computer skills. Most people are pretty comfortable with an iPhone, and a lot of the displays are similar to iPhones. What you're going to need help with is the setup to make sure everything is organized in the display. Have some knowledge of how to get that data off the display, what to do with it afterwards. So there's a process there that you need to learn. It's not just throw it in the tractor and go.
Inputting data directly into the computer allows farmers to access information in minutes instead of days. This allows Magnan to provide customers with up-to-the-minute information to manage their operation.
Being able to have a nutrient management planner message me at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and being able to have his records to him by 5 o'clock. When we first started, it would take 3 or 4 days to try and look back at old handwritten records, call operators to see what field was spread when it wasn't written down, and now it's electronically recorded.
Precision agriculture comes with a cost. A manure spreader can retail for as much as $70,000. A piece of precision ag equipment, like a flow meter that's used to spread manure at variable rates, increases the cost by about $15,000, which doesn't include other costs like software and training. Farmers Watershed Alliance is co-hosting this event. The Alliance helps farmers network, provides technical assistance, and finds funding for projects aimed at improving water quality. Catherine Davidson is the program coordinator.
Precision ag is really big, and we see that as a growing industry in Vermont, especially with the funding coming out. There's a lot of funding available right now for different precision agriculture technologies. So having a day like today is great because it, people that maybe are thinking about transitioning some of their practices or products to this, they can kind of like figure out who to talk to and learn a little bit more about that and how to get started.
Be a lot more accurate.
Tim Magnet owns Bridgeview Farm in Franklin. He's been using auto steer on his tractor for about a year. The technology allows almost no overlap when he's planting, which saves time, money, and reduces stress.
It's fairly new, but I'm learning, and the more I learn, the more I like it. There's some, like everything, there's advantages and disadvantages that you didn't realize when you purchased it. Mostly it's been advantages for me, and I'm really enjoying that part of it. One of the things when you go back to the auto steer is taking a lot of the stress out. I mean, I noticed at the end of the day, a long day of planting, that I felt a lot more upbeat, a lot fresh, not as tired and wore down.
Magnet milks about 120 cows and crops 190 acres. That's a relatively small amount of land, given that precision ag technology was developed for farms 20 times that size. What using precision ag comes down to for Magnet is protecting Vermont's natural resources.
It's going to help us all the way around. It's economics a big driver, of course, but water quality is almost as big a driver today, or is a big as driver today. I've always been proactive in the water quality. I've put my buffer zones in. I've got grassed waterways. I perceive our image as being big. I'll agree with people that say we're going to have the water quality issues. We can't correct those overnight. We can't fix the lakes and the algae blooms. Those aren't going to be fixed next year, the year after. Those are a long process to fix. We're working towards it. I think we need to be patient and work towards those. I don't think we should be pedaling backwards. I'm not saying that at all. But I think we do need to move forward, but I think we got to do it cautiously, and I think we've got to do it, be proactive and do it. And I think you'll find on my farm we're doing that.
Nobody's saying precision agriculture is the solution to Vermont's issues with water quality. What it does offer is another way for farmers to keep phosphorus and other nutrients in the ground where they belong.
We all realize that being able to better manage nutrients will help us also protect the environment. So there's a lot of support available for folks now, and now, knowledge too. Extension has been able to build a knowledge base in this area, but also be able to connect with other folks in the region to be able to bring the right information we need to farmers so that they feel confident in making these kind of decisions on their farm.
Better decision making, cutting edge technology, and protecting resources for future generations. That's farming in the modern age. Precisely.
I'm joined now by Jeff Sanders. He's a member of UVM Extension's Crop Soils and Pasture team. Jeff, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
How did you first learn about precision ag?
So I've had a long history of precision ag. My graduate degree is in geographic information systems, which are the building blocks that the data goes into and then the information comes out of to make decisions. And then when I was farming on the family dairy, we got into using GPS systems to apply fertilizer to keep us from overlapping, do a better job with that. And now at UVM Extension, we've worked very hard to bring a lot of different kinds of technologies to the farmers in Vermont through our grants and equipment that we purchase to do work on farms.
Now, you're being very humble. We want to know that it's about a 25-year swing from when you started learning about it till now?
Yep. Yeah, it's been a long time. Used to be a lot more complex. They've simplified things.
From the video, there's a sense that technology has been used in other parts of the country. You said you've known about it for 25 years. Why has it taken so long for Vermont for it to happen here?
I think two main reasons. One is scale. The Midwest has a lot more acres, farm acres, than we do here in Vermont. And the second reason, I think, is infrastructure. We just haven't had the infrastructure here in Vermont to bring that technology in, and that's one of the things that we're trying to change today with all the new environmental concerns. We see this as a way to help mitigate that.
You talk about the infrastructure in the Midwest. Are our fields not big enough for this technology? Are they oddly shaped? What's the problem?
So I think it's over just a sheer number of acres. We may have as many fields as they do, but our fields are 3 to 5 acres to 20 acres, where they're looking at 400 acres. So that's the scale, and some of the technology is expensive. So to implement it on a very small number of acres just may not be cost efficient to the farmer.
Gotcha. As you said, precision ag is all about data, and you've brought us a couple of examples here. We're looking at a map of liquid fertilizer application. Walk us through what we're seeing on this map, Jeff. They're going to put it up. There we go. Liquid fertilizer application. What are we looking at? What is this?
So this is a map that's generated by a computer system in a tractor that is measuring the application rate of fertilizer as the equipment goes through the field, and the different color bars are showing different application rates in different areas of the field. And you can see the island in the field where there's no fertilizer's been applied. So you can set up the system to apply different rates in different areas, and you can set up the system to alert you or shut off in like environmentally sensitive areas.
Okay.
So that's what you're looking at there.
So those different color blocks are just representing where how much manure was put in that particular place.
Or the nutrients, where the rates would have changed,
okay.
in the field.
Okay. And we've got another map here of a forage map. Same kind of idea, but a little bit different. Walk us through this one.
So this map is also generated by, it either came off a combine or a chopper, which is mapping yield. So the areas of green are the highest yields in the field, and the areas of red would be the lowest yields in the field. Mm-hmm. So around the outsides where the headlands are, where there may be compaction or shading, you can see that the yields are lower. And again, this is just information that is being gathered to help make decisions on the farm.
Both those maps, they weren't the same plot of land, but you would be using one to be able to talk to the other one, to understand the other one, right?
It's part of a system.
Right.
So you look at your yields, you look at other underlying factors, and you gather data about them, and then that would guide you in your fertilizer application. So one thing kind of drives the other. Mm-hmm. You get the data, you make the decision, then you implement the program, and that's where you would get your variable rates of being applied.
So if a farmer were looking at that forage map and they saw a place where the yields were low, does that mean that you pack on the nutrients the next year into that area?
Probably just the opposite. Okay. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to match the fertilizer rates to the yield potential of the field. Mm. So in areas, all farms, especially like in Vermont, where we have very variable soils and variable conditions, there's certain areas of the field that just aren't going to produce. Mm-hmm. And without that variable rate technology on the spreaders, we just apply one rate everywhere.
Gotcha.
Assuming trying to get maximized yield off the best places. Right. But what this technology does is it would allow us to reduce application rates to match the yield potential of that area of the field, thereby saving fertilizer and mitigating risk to the environment by not applying nutrients that the plants won't be able to take up.
Right. Jeff, we just got a couple minutes left, and I want to just bring up very quickly, what sort of funding is available to defray the cost for farmers for these projects?
So currently, the Agency of Ag has a capital equipment assistance program, okay, which they have a program where you can apply a very simple application with a one-page write-up to apply for funds that would purchase equipment that would have a direct impact on reducing phosphorus going into our waters, which many of the things we're talking about do.
Right. Just about a minute left. Really quick, what do you hear from farmers telling their peers about precision ag? Are they into it?
Yeah, I think they are. I think farmers are looking to try to do things better, and this is kind of the next level of measuring and decision making that farmers can do. So they're into it.
Well, Jeff, thank you very much. If you'd like more information about precision ag or any other agronomy-related topics, contact UVM Extension's website or call 1-800-639-2130, and they will get you the information you need. I want to thank everyone here at WCAX for making this program possible, and as always, thank you for stopping by Across the Fence.